Hello everyone, this is Nimish. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to review the movie Hebbuli, which is of course Kicha Sudeep's last movie last year. And this movie, I'm not sure if it was a big hit or not, but I finally watched it. I'm super late, but I finally watched it. I was really excited for this once the teasers and trailers were out there. But after the movie release, the buzz was not that great. So that's why I got delayed so much. But anyway, I watched it finally. And I must say that this has been an underwhelming experience because this was definitely a supremely average commercial entertainer. It had all the elements that a commercial entertainer usually has, the so-called formula elements. It had a macho action hero at the star to the protagonist. It has a love story that is mostly parallel to the whole movie and was completely not required if you think of it. It had a comedy track that was parallel to the movie that was not required, and it had villains that were over the top and bad and supremely rich and supremely kind of well dressed and stylish, fighting in suits and all of that. And the story at its core as to the purpose of why the villains are villains and why they do what they do again was something again very cliched as we see in most commercial movies. So all in all, this movie really had nothing new to offer in terms of good entertainment, especially after Koti Gobba 2, which was really entertaining, different, unique. It had a lot of twists and turns. It was something different. It was again an entertainer, but it was very different, and I have reviewed that as well. So after that, and with the upcoming movies that Kicha Sudeep is doing with Rakshit Shetty as well as villain with Shivraj Kumar, his expectations are obviously much higher for him to do something unique, put in unique content. He's a pan-India superstar. But I feel like Hebbuli, the way it was promoted versus what we saw in the movie was two different things. Based on the promotions, the teaser and trailer, I thought there would be more sort of army elements to it, more maybe shooting in Kashmir and those locations and something kind of different to it. But turned out that that was hardly in the movie. He was mostly in Bangalore or wherever this movie is based for the most part. There is Ravi Chandra sir, also Crazy Star I think he's called, and this is my first Crazy Star movie, and I must say that he was really comfortable and really natural on screen, and I was really impressed by how basically he's just being, he's not going over the top. The villains in the movie were supremely over the top, but Ravi Chandra himself was very natural. Even Amala Paul I felt was a little over the top. It was not her fault, it's just that the character was not written, and it's just like, in most of these commercial movies, actresses are told to be the exact way that Amala Paul was in this movie. I hope I'm saying that name correctly, but that she was in the movie, that they're meant to be, overly energetic, overly excited, happy, and always after the actor after a point and things like that. So that character was not written well at all, and so Ravi Chandran sir I think did the best job in this movie. He was just being very natural, very toned down performance, very mature performance, and I really liked to watch him because it's my first time I'm watching him on screen. Kicha Sudeep is always amazing. He's never over the top. He's always to the point. He's exactly what his director wants him to be and what the role demands. And you could see that in this movie as well. He played the army officer amazingly well and even followed it up with the normal sequences, keeping in mind that he's, the army officer. So he was always in that zone, and that came across very well. And his emotions came across well too. And he was completely natural as always. But what's most important in a movie more than any performance, no matter how good it is of course the story. And I think that this movie really needed something different. They should have made it something more unique. The action sequences were good in the first half, but after a point it got a little too much to handle, especially when they started jumping off and hanging off the ropes with Kabir Duhan Singh I think. So all of that was too much. The one thing that I did like was all the clothes in this movie, because Kicha Sudeep's clothes, Ravi Chandra sir's clothes, Kabir Duhan Singh's clothes were all very well made. So these are the kind of clothes that I like. So I honestly was just appreciating how well dressed everyone was, and the quality of the clothes that they were wearing was really good. And to notice that more than understanding and watching the movie itself is itself not a great sign, because everything has to blend in, and you shouldn't get distracted by stuff like that. So this movie was all over the place, and it's definitely way below expectations. But I hope that all these people involved in the movie make a good comeback sooner than later, There's a lot of expectations from villain with two biggest superstars coming together. There's a lot of expectations from, I guess, Thugs of Malgudi with Rakshit Shetty, Sudeep's next movie again, which is going to be amazingly different and fantastic. So looking forward to the future, and also basking in the glory of Koti Gobar 2 myself as a fan, but definitely wish that Hebbuli was better than it should have been. I'm going with 2.5 stars for Hebbuli. I hope you like this review. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and take care.